Welcome to the debate. Today we're looking at the different ways people shop, using Taiwan's mix of stores as a really good example. So the big question is, when you're buying things, what's more valuable? Is it the convenience and all the services you get from modern stores, or is it the unique stuff and maybe the social side of traditional markets? My view is that modern places, convenience stores, big supermarkets, they provide the essential, practical things we need today.
Hmm, I see where you're coming from. But let me offer a different angle. While those modern stores are definitely efficient, I think the traditional markets give us something irreplaceable, something social, something cultural. They have goods and experiences that, well, you just don't get when everything's standardized.
Well, look, modern life really depends on getting things instantly and having useful services right there. Convenience stores like 7-Eleven and Family Mart, which are just everywhere in Taiwan, they're a huge part of city life. They're not just shops, right? They're all over the place, open 24/7, and offer really important services. ATMs, paying your bills, picking up packages. They almost act like a kind of essential public service in some ways. And then you have the big box stores like Carrefour, which give you that scale, that huge selection of groceries, household things, imported goods too, that a small market just can't match.
Okay, that makes sense for pure utility. Yeah. But I think it misses the deeper part of shopping. Traditional markets give you an experience. You can't just, put a price tag on that. They are the main spot for the absolute freshest meat and vegetables picked daily. And maybe more importantly, they have those unique, sometimes hard to find local ingredients. The special regional vegetables or traditionally made foods that are really the heart of Taiwan's local food culture. You're not just buying a product code there, you're buying a connection and quality.
Right. I understand the point about cultural value, but let's think about the basic infrastructure, how society keeps running, the sheer number of convenience stores, and the fact they're always open, 24/7. That lets modern life tick along smoothly. They even handle things like photocopying or provide basic services in really remote places like on mountaintops or small islands. Their real value is that they work predictably everywhere, absolute functionality.
Hmm. Functionality. I'm not totally sold on that being the most important thing. Because pure function can be, well, a bit cold, can't it? Convenience stores are useful, yes, but they're anonymous. They don't build that social connection you find in traditional markets. There's a reason we call those markets bustling, chaotic, colorful. They're alive. They're places where people actually interact. Talking with the vendor, finding out where the food came from, maybe even haggling a little bit. That gives you a social link that, a self-checkout machine just can't offer. The market, it feeds the community spirit.
But we do need to talk about the trade-offs with that atmosphere, especially when we're talking about feeding lots of people. Markets are great for special items, sure, but that sometimes means less standardized hygiene or maybe less efficient logistics. Big box stores, like PX Mart, which is Taiwan's biggest local supermarket chain, they offer something crucial on the other side. Their huge buying power, their organized supply chains. That means lower prices usually, consistent quality control, and certified hygiene standards. Things that a more informal market system finds harder to guarantee across the board. And, well, efficiency and safety are things modern shoppers really demand.
Yeah, I get the importance of logistics and hygiene standards. I do. But that standardization, it squeezes out variety, doesn't it? When you rely on a supply chain built purely for efficiency, you lose the things that are too specialized or maybe spoil too quickly for that system. Traditional markets, they're kind of the last stand for those authentic, special ingredients you need for traditional recipes, things that need specific handling or are only available seasonally. You need that specialization for the best quality, for cultural authenticity. Standard efficiency gives you quantity, okay, but not necessarily richness or complexity.
So, just to sum up my side, modern stores, convenience, and big box, they deliver efficiency, reliable quality, and the essential services that really form the backbone of modern life. They support communities everywhere by ensuring things are available and dependable. That's the priority.
And I'd argue that standardization isn't everything. Traditional markets provide unique fresh foods, that vital human interaction that's often lost elsewhere, and a rich sensory experience that no modern store can really copy. They keep complexity and cultural memory alive.
So it seems pretty clear that to really understand shopping today, you need to see that all these places, the chain store, the huge supermarket, the traditional market, they all offer something unique, something valuable. It just depends on what the shopper needs most. Maybe speed versus experience?
Exactly. It looks like a lively system where, convenience solves one set of problems while the market keeps hold of really important cultural and food values.